Yes, how are you doing?
I'm great. I see you're very busy adding some mulch to this new tree. That's really great. Can you tell us a little bit about why we're here today?
Well, this tree, Eva, is something that's been planted today in recognition of the 100-year anniversary of the memorial trees in Saanich. It's the oldest one in Canada. It's something that recognizes the loss of the men and women of Saanich and around the world in the world conflict, which we'll hear more about. I'd like to recognize also it's part of the product of the amazing man Ray Travis, who helped build this energy behind the renewal of the trees in the, if you like, the street of unfinished dreams. The unfinished dreams of the Memorial Avenue, but the unfinished dreams of those men and women who laid down their lives so Saanich and Canada can be all it is today.
And who's with us here today?
Well, I'm going to introduce Marianne Alto.
And this is Dr. Jeff Bird, who's going to be speaking a bit later about some of the history that we're involved with today.
And Jeff helped coordinate with the Saanich Legacy Foundation the raising of the money for an amazing tribute film that's going to recognise the Street of Unfinished Dreams and the work of Ray Travis.
And the fine gentleman holding the signs?
This is Michael Travers, and we have Paul Degree.
Michael Travis is the son of Ray Travis, and as we stand here today, we're on the territorial lands of the Coast Salish, the Lohongin people, the Wasanix people, recognised by the Songhees, Startlet, Malahat, Sakum, Swayal, Pukachewin nations. Thank you.
Thanks, very good. Councillor Alto, can you tell us a little bit about the collaboration that's happening here between Victoria and Saanich?
Yes, thank you. It's such a wonderful day to be here, and I really appreciate Mayor Haynes' acknowledgement of the land, but also of Ray Travers. And it's Ray who really has been the connection between Victoria and Saanich in this amazing project, and it is his dogged determination to ensure that the work that was done in Saanich continued on into Victoria. And the collaboration between the two municipalities with Ray's direction and also with the Memorial Avenue Committee is one of the reasons why these trees, although they don't extend again into Victoria proper, they will again one day. And the one thing that we have been able to do at the south end of Shelbourne is to continue the line of memorial medallions that you'll see on the sides of the roads, as well as some historical information that's been put in what is now known as Begbie Park down by Shelbourne and Albert. And it's that kind of closure that I think Ray brought to this, to be able to bring both municipalities and all of our residents to realize just what tremendous losses were incurred in the wars in the 20th century. But also I think to give us a chance as we go through our lives to see these symbols of remembrance and understand that those losses go on today, and that we need to be very cognizant of the sacrifices that our men and women in the services, not just in the military services, but in the emergency services, do for us in every day. And so it's been such a pleasure and a real honor to work with Ray when he was really an instigator of this project, and to work with our colleagues at Saanich at the staff level as well as the council level, and of course the work with the Victoria Staff and Council as well. It's been just such a thrill to be here. And I'm very sorry that Ray isn't here to see this next to last part, but I believe that he's aware at some point, and certainly his family carries on his legacy. So it's been a privilege to work with Saanich and with Ray and his family. It's just an honor to be here today.
One of the things that Ray did with us was really bring alive the importance of this for the local schools, the Reynolds schools, all the other schools. We see their grandparents, grandmothers, uncles, great uncles. The lineage goes back 4 generations, and Ray was passionate about keeping that memory alive in the new generations.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Dr. Bird, can you speak a little bit about the significance of the London Plains, and perhaps tell us a little bit about what we might be able to watch on TV this evening?
I will, okay. Well, the London Plane trees have a wonderful history to themselves. And when we look back on this particular story of Memorial Avenue, we can think about in the late part of the First World War. There was a Roads of Remembrance Committee based in London, and there was a letter written to a Baroness that was here in Victoria, and the suggestion made to the Baroness was that that we should really build a tree-lined road in the land of the big trees, as she referred to it. And this idea was taken up by the Chamber of Commerce and by Saanich and by by a number of people in the community that were very keen on memorializing and finding meaning from all the losses of the First World War. And the London plane tree was selected because it's a fast-growing tree. Its root system allows you to have roads and not see the cracks, but more so that it has its own personality, and it creates a wonderful archway over the roads. And so it's a very prominent tree, and you find it throughout the Commonwealth, this kind of road of remembrance. So in that way, the London plane tree is just a very perfect tree for this kind of memorial. And there's so many people in the community that were involved with planting of these trees. And the documentary tonight at 6:30 on Czech TV will explore some of these stories. For example, Joan Wenman's father, Reg, was at St. Michael's University School, and many of the students there were involved with planting the trees. But you can imagine 100 years ago, October 2nd, 1921, this street was only 5 years old. People were making their way out here from Victoria and the rural area of Saanich, and they were gathering here just down by San Juan Avenue to plant the first tree, the first of about 600 trees. And just the fact that 5,000 people showed up, it shows the impact of the war on Greater Victoria and the significance of finding meaning in through these trees. And that journey has continued for these trees, and they've imagined all the things that they've witnessed over the past 100 years. Trees are different than stone and bronze monuments. They have, they're organic, they live, they grow, they go through the seasons, they experience their own death and rejuvenation each year. So we can learn a lot from the trees, and I think they inspire us in different ways. So hopefully people will watch the show tonight, learn more, and we can recognize all the different people that have been involved. Caroline Duncan and the Saanich Remembers Project. There's website information about all the people of Saanich area that were involved with the war, and so many others that have saved these trees, protected them over the years. And we've already heard about Ray Travers. Ray came to me about 2 years and he suggested this film, and I'm very thankful for his efforts to continue the memory of these trees and to basically come together with funding to create the documentary. And so it was certainly a pleasure and an honor to work with Ray and everyone in the district who was keen to see these trees continue as a memorial. Thank you.
We have one of our teachers from Gordon Hill School that he planted a tree with our students.
Yes,
Let it
yes.
go, Mr. D.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
The memorials actually do stand as, the trees stand as a memorial to all the wars now, not just the First World War. And in that way they continue to be a benefit to us in teaching us many things and to remind us of the sacrifices made.
So, thank you very much everyone here. The Street of Unfinished Dreams means also recognizing the conflicts that are coming, that might come, and the conflicts that are just finished, as well as the history. And it's so important that we realize the huge price that has been paid for Canada to be where it is, and our residents have what they have, and that dream continues.